Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Yeti French press. Let's take a quick close-up look at it before I get started. But basically here at the bottom you have the Yeti in a 3D embossment, and then on the other side you have the Yeti in the silver, which is basically what they did was just take the paint out there with like a laser. And then we have the top piece here where you have the Yeti on the top, and then you have this plastic portion that's attached with the lock and unlock, and then you have the actual part that presses the coffee. You'll see the grid on one side, but on this side it's just rubber. This unscrews from this piece, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And this top part here is all one piece. People's main question has been, this is super pricey, is it worth it? We have been a French press family for about 8 to 9 years. We have owned several different French presses, and we kind of have had to replace them every 1 or 2 years because usually this bottom piece is like metal, and with all the pressing that we do, eventually what'll start to happen is that the edges of this will start to lose its shape, and so it causes more and more grounds to start getting into your coffee. So we've also been a Yeti family for a very long time. We own a lot of Yeti products, and they are just tried and true. They have stood the test of time. You know that slogan Yeti has, like, they're built to last? They mean that. For those of you who don't know, Yeti creates products for like camping and outdoors. So their stuff is really substantial, and this French press is no exception. This is weighty. This is heavy even without liquid in it, and this is the smaller version. There is a bigger version, and this one is 34 ounces, which is the typical size we usually buy. We don't really get a French press bigger than this because it's just my husband and I who drink coffee, and this makes about 4 cups, so it's perfect for us. They have a larger one, and they advertise it as, you know, if you have a bigger family, or you can use it for like as a pitcher for when you have parties and stuff. Here's the thing, this is already heavy without liquid in it, and when there's, so imagine the bigger one. I probably wouldn't be able to carry it. Like, I think it would be more like a man, you know, or somebody like super strong, but I would not be able to handle the bigger one. Also, that's also way too much coffee for us. We would never drink it. I know that you can choose how much you make, but I just feel like this is the perfect size for our family. We decided to go with the white one because a lot of our kitchen decor is white, and when we remodel, this is gonna be what's gonna match the best. I do know that now they have a lot more colors than when I purchased it. I purchased this when it first came out, and so they only had like 3 or 4 core colors, which was like white, navy blue, black, etc. So we decided to go with the white one, and of course I got a stackable cup. This is a 16 ounce. Out of all the Yeti tumblers, this is my favorite one because it's stackable, and of course I got the matching mag slider because if you've been following me, you already know. These are magnetic, by the way. Let me just show you. So basically, I think this is genius. You can stick the whole thing in the dishwasher, but basically these are stackable. This is the new sandstone color. I just made myself some coffee before sitting down to film this, but basically you can just stack them, and because this thing is magnetic, you can also stack the tops, and they actually kind of stick to each other, so they're not like toppling over when you decide to stack them, which is actually pretty handy. With the French press, all of the parts are dishwasher safe. I have stuck the whole thing in the dishwasher. I've never had a problem. Now, this thing here that has the lock that opens and closes, it's actually pretty cool. So basically, you fit this top on, and it is the slightest of twists. You see, that's it. Like, look how it's like minuscule. I don't even know if the camera's gonna pick it up. That's it. That's as far as it twists. It's like maybe like half a centimeter or less. But it really does lock it in place. I love that because it is like airtight, so it keeps all the heat in and keeping your coffee hotter for longer periods of time. I think that's essential, especially in the cold weather. I mean, it would make sense that they would make a lock mechanism for this, because technically it's for like people who go camping. You are setting this on uneven terrain a lot of times. So if it spills or it topples over, it's not gonna spill. Now, the bottom has this rubber grip and it will not slide even if there is water on the bottom of this, okay? People's main question is, do you get a mouthful of grounds with this French press because the price is really high? Okay, Yeti has always been an expensive brand, okay? Let's be honest here, okay? However, their products are very, very well made. I don't have a single Yeti product that I have bought that I don't like. Now, can I say that this is worth the high price tag? Time is gonna have to tell them that, because apart from the grounds thing, let's just talk basic price here, okay? This would have to last me at least a decade for me to say this is worth it, right? Because that's what I'm used to from Yeti products. The Yeti products that my family and I own, we have had for at least a decade and they're still going strong. Paint has not chipped. They are just built to last. Like, their slogan is well suited. So, time will have to tell. I will always update you guys wear and tear. I usually update in my channel of, you know, wear and tear of different products. But that's where the price for me is gonna come to play. Now, the coffee ground thing. So because this has one part that's solid rubber, you see that? Now, if you press down on this, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see that, but if you press down on this, that's exactly where the coffee filters through, okay? On the bottom is the grid. See that? Okay. Now, because this is rubber, okay, and I can't press it now, as I told you guys, when there's no liquid in here, it's pretty hard to get this out. So we're not gonna do that. But you do not get a mouthful of grounds. However, for those of you who ground your coffee at home, this is gonna be irrelevant information for you. But for those of you who buy your coffee like we do pre-ground, you cannot control the fineness of a ground. So they're not all gonna be the same. So what happens is, it's not that grounds of coffee will get in there, but you guys do know, those of you who buy pre-ground coffee, some of those particles are almost like a powder. Like, it's so tiny, it's a powder. So those will be the kind of grounds that will get in to your drink. With that said, it is minimal. Honestly, not enough for me to say this is terrible. Like this, I think this was very well made. It was well thought out, and they did a heck of a job creating a French press, which is really a product they've never done before. They are not a coffee company, okay? I'm very impressed by the little amounts of grounds that get in there, because really what makes it in there aren't even actually like grounds of coffee. It's like the little powdery remnants that you have when you buy pre-ground coffee. I am assuming that people who ground their coffee at home have more control over that, so you probably won't even get any grounds in your coffee. But just that feature in itself, I was just very impressed for a company who has absolutely no background with coffee making products, you know, like stuff like this, you know. So in that aspect, I think they did an amazing job. Now, it's a really heavy price tag, but this is like sturdy, really sturdy, guys. When I held this in my hand for the first time, I was like, whoa, this is heavy, heavy duty. Now, just so you know, the bottom of this screws off from here. I can't even unscrew it right now because I had screwed it in tightly before this video. Oh, there it is. I think I was able to get it loose. So let me show you guys. This will come off just to make it easier for you to like stick in the dishwasher, right? You need to be careful with this because I didn't realize that this unscrewed itself from the bottom, and I didn't realize it was loose. And one day I pressed my coffee, I pushed it all the way down, and my best friend was over and she pulled it out and it completely came out, leaving this part on the bottom. Not gonna tell you the heart attack I had, because I was like, how in the heck are we gonna get that out from the bottom? Because it's literally airtight. And it's a piece of rubber, like it literally is suctioning everything down with a lot of pressure. So basically, if that happens to you, just turn it over and start hitting it from the bottom. You'll be there for a little bit, okay? Just put your arm into it, okay? And it'll slowly start to come down. Do not take a butter knife to it. Do not take any kind of metal sharp object to it, because you can damage the interior coating of this. Warning, warning. Been there, done that. So with that said, I think this is an amazing product. This is not a sponsored video. Yeti has no idea who I am. I do not have an affiliate link with them. I am going to link my Amazon affiliate link down in the description box below if you guys want to use that to purchase this, because you can buy these on Amazon. You can also buy them on the Yeti website. Dick's Sporting Goods also sells them. Bass Pro, I believe. But I think that they did an amazing job creating this. And if you're somebody who just doesn't want to keep replacing your French press every 2 years, I think you may want to consider this one. And that's really the only reason I bought it. Because I just wanted something that was gonna last for a really long time. Our family personally prefers like a metal-like French press over a glass French press. We're parents, we don't drink our coffee right away. We are doing a lot of things with our toddler while we're having our coffee. So it's nice to come back for a second cup and still have it come out really hot. So if you kind of have a similar lifestyle to us, I would recommend going with like a metal kind of vessel, something stainless steel, versus getting a glass one. That would not, that's more for people who maybe just want 1 cup or 1 or 2 cups and they're gonna drink that right away. So really, essentially, it won't even be sitting long enough for it to get cold. One more thing I want to reiterate is when this locks in place, it locks in place, but it is very easy to lock and unlock. This actual part is very easy to take off of the actual French press, which is music to my ears, because when you want, you know, those of you who don't know, but when you have a French press, you got to take the grounds out every time you're done with it. And so you're doing a lot of removing and putting this in. This is amazing. This mechanism works very well when there's actual liquid in here. If you try to press this down with no liquid, it's gonna be fairly hard to take off. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. You know, let me know what you think, if you got yours, what color. They have a ton of new colors now, but I'm still glad that I went with the white. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.